This week in the Spotlight, the Bears take the ball away from Dallas and embarrass them. And that's good. And we talked to fans at George's on 95th Street in Oak Lawn, and they're having fun. And then not so fun, the White Sox locker room in the final moments of the season. Jesse Crane, and we talked to in the dugout for the last time of the year, Robin Ventura, and I'll have some comments to lay over his comments. This week, one of the worst chokes in White Sox history. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 23rd year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. Kelly's Tavern has Benkowski Trivia. You won't have to worry about any White Sox traffic when you go Friday, October 5th at 8 p.m. and Friday, October 19th at 8 p.m. Get to 44th and Wallace, come out and play, bring your friends. Join us at Kelly's Tavern. It's fun. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Tanks at 124th and Western for good times with the Outdoor Beer Garden. They have beanbag games. They're open Monday through Friday at 10 a.m., Saturday and Sunday at noon. You can watch the Sox, Cubs, and a complete NFL schedule, daily specials at Tanks, 124th and Western.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man.
Las Fuentes, great Mexican cuisine at 115th and Pulaski. They have a great bar, wonderful drinks, and our video camera will be present on Sunday, October 28th, when the Bears play. Come over there and get yourself on television. We'll see you there. And the Bears off to a pretty good start. At least Brandon Marshall and Cutler were hooking up, but there was no score after 1 quarter. So kind of an ugly end to the quarter, but it might be ugly in Dallas, but it's beautiful in Oak Lawn. I'm at the hottie table. I'm no fool. And let's talk to the customers and find out what they're thinking. Tell us your name and what you like about this bar.
My name is Nina, and well, we come here often because it's intimate and personable, and the bartenders are great, and the drinks are cheap, so it's a great place.
It's always a plus. Yeah, right.
Very nice. Okay, let's continue our session here. You're wearing a Bears shirt. Does that mean you like the Bears?
Love the Bears. Go Chicago. Woo!
Okay. Tell us your name and what you like about George's.
My name's Nikki, and I love George's. It's the best neighborhood bar, obviously.
And you're going to show off some Greek language?
Oh, no. Yes.
Just a couple words.
Tikanis.
Okay, that's one word, isn't it? What does that mean?
Hi, how are you?
Okay, that's a few words. Okay, and we're so glad you're here. Just say your name.
My name's Michelle.
And you are not the media. You've had your time in the media, and you're going to be on vacation from the media, right?
Yeah, that's right. Paparazzi can kiss it.
Wow, up to that point, I thought I'd handled that well, but no, we're not cutting that. We're not cutting that.
Are you enjoying your time?
Oh yes, the interview's coming to me now. Yes, so far I've enjoyed every minute here at George's. Tony Romo had a rough night, and Peanut Tillman helped that rough night by taking this into the house to make it 10-0 Bears. So the Bears have the halftime lead. We wish Dallas didn't have to score, but we'll get over that. All right, tell us your name and why you like working here.
I'm Jennifer. I love working here. I love the customers, the drinks. They have great specials every day of the week, and everyone should come check them out. Tell me.
That's very cool. We'll ask you a Bears question in a minute. All right, tell us your name and if you ever liked the Bears.
My name's Tony, and yes, I've been a Bears fan since birth.
Really?
My choice, yes.
Okay, so you might know some Bears. Who have been among your favorite players?
Walter Payton, Dick Butkus, Urlacher, Peanut, Julius Peppers.
Wow, that's a good list. Okay, now we're going back this way. Tell us the most frequent request for mixed drink of your customers.
The most frequent request drink? That would be Vegas Bombs here. Not a mixed drink, that's a Bombs, yeah. Vegas Bombs.
So this bar is famous for Vegas Bombs.
Yes, we have $3 bombs most days of the week.
All right. You sound like a commercial. You're saying all the right things. And you have friends that you meet here all the time, right?
Yes, I worked here for 4 years. The customers are great. It's a really nice atmosphere to drink here.
Okay, you've heard a lot of positives. You got to come check it out for yourself. We're right on 95th, between Central and 52nd Avenue. You can't miss it. Milano's Pizza at 109th and Western is the place to order from, like I do. Lasagna, chicken parm, Italian beef, and stuffed pizza besides the thin crust. They're open Monday through Wednesday at 3 p.m., Thursday through Saturday 11 a.m., and Sunday at noon. Call them at 773-445-4010. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years. Excellence. Top billiard tables. The place where the action is. Jukebox Billiards. 7910 Calumet in Munster. You've got to get to McKell's Inn at 3259 West 111th Street, just west of Kedzie, where good friends meet for a cool one. Tuesday and Thursday, they have $1.50 domestic bottles. $4 Guinness every day. Great people, great staff. And I'll be starting my trivia there in September on Tuesday nights. So I'd like you to come out and see me at McKell's Inn, 3259 West 111th Street on the southwest side. Bring your car to Quick Stop Muffler and Brake at 95th and Pulaski, and they'll fix it right. They also do shocks and struts, free estimates. Call them at 708-423-3700. They're very thorough in their work, and they have very competitive pricing. Quick Stop Muffler and Brake, 95th and Pulaski. It's always the season for Riley's Trick Shop at 6442 West 111th in Worth, or you can call them at 708-448-0075. Right now they have football strip cards, a wide selection of Halloween costumes and tricks and treats. And then for later in the year, Santa suits. So for all your needs, especially Halloween, Riley's Trick Shop on 111th Street. Third quarter action. Devin Hester. Oh, look at that little inside move. And then it's a touchdown from Jay Cutler. It was 17-7, and the Bears were just getting rolling. So we're through 3 quarters. The Bears defense rolling. Things look good. Tell us your name and what you think so far.
Steve Hernandez, and I tell you what, the Bears are doing great. Cutler's doing good. I tell you what, we're doing great. We're doing great.
And it seems to be generated a lot by the defense. Who you liking over there on defense?
On defense, I got to take this. I got a phone call coming in, but what do you want on defense?
Let's go over here. We'll go to people who don't have to play the stock market while they're in the bar. No, tell us your name and who you like on defense.
I'm Joy, and I like Matt Forte.
Yeah, well, he's certainly had a good game offensively, but Those takeaways have been good where the Bears grab it on defense and take it to the end zone. How about that?
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Okay. And I'm going to guess you probably like this bar. Tell us something you like about George's.
Oh, I grew up in Oakland, and George's is a fun place to be. You know, if you like to have a good time, you come to George's.
All right. Well, that's.
I'll tell you what, George's is it's a nice bar, family oriented. Everybody in here takes care of everybody.
Yeah.
You know, everybody watches out for everybody, and that's what I've been coming here the last couple of years, and I love it. I love it. The owners, Toby and Todd, great. His mother Diane, beautiful people.
There you have it.
Yeah, they're great people.
It's a commercial without being a commercial. Thank you. To add insult to insult, DJ Moore with the 5th interception of the night. And the Bears win it going away. So the Bears go down to Dallas and kick some butt, and we sure liked it here at George's. Let's see what the individuals are saying. Tell us your name and what you like tonight.
Well, my name is Nicole Eklund, and Devin Hester is my man. I think he did awesome.
Yes, he did have a touchdown.
He did.
A couple of returns. So what, were you surprised at how badly the Bears beat the Cowboys?
No, I'm not surprised at all. Not at all. I knew the Bears would win. All the way.
You have good faith. All right, tell us your name and maybe your favorite dance step.
My name is Michelle Swice, and I'm here to do the wiggle at George's Lounge.
Wow, it's like we never rehearsed that. Do you have a favorite Chicago Bear?
Yes, Cutler is my man.
Cool. All right, I got a feeling I know your favorite player. Tell us your name and what you thought of the game.
My name is Buzz Parks, and I don't actually have. I'm the favorite player on the team because you know the crowd is everything, but Hessner's my guy, man. You know, but just go Bears like through the beginning of the season with the Dallas. They've been, you know, they're usually a better team. Sorry about this language, but other than that, go Bears all the way, no doubt, baby. Hanging out with some beautiful girls and I'm chilling.
You can't beat it. Can't beat it. And the beer is cold. So get here to George's, conveniently located in 95th, right between Central and 52nd Avenue. You'll have a good time. We guarantee it. And we'll be back with more on the Spotlight right after these important messages.
Go Bears, all the way.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. George's Sports Bar is not a secret anymore. 5407 West 95th Street, just a couple of blocks off Central. They have $1 Bud bottles Tuesday and Thursday, $1.50 domestic Sunday and Wednesday. They have a DJ on Friday. They have Golden Tea, and they have a very cool mini bowling alley at 5407 West 95th. Get there. Come play in the area's classiest billiard center, Jukebox Billiards, 7910 Calumet Avenue in Munster, 2 blocks south of 8094. Selling the most famous names of pool tables and billiard equipment. Specializing in table recovery and moving of tables. A complete pro shop with the most brand names of cues and cases. Celebrating over 20 years. Excellence. Top billiard tables. The place where the action is. Jukebox Billiards. 7910 Calumet in Munster. We're back on the Spotlight, and whatever the White Sox do in 2012, greatly due in part to the veteran leadership with a very young team, particularly pitching-wise, and one of the mainstay pitchers who's helped keep the young guys grounded and done a bang-up job himself in tough situations is the veteran Jesse Crane. Certainly, coming over from the enemy, the Minnesota Twins, he may have had some insight on how to approach those hitters initially, but the job he does coming in late inning situations, getting out of jams, and in a recent game against Tampa, going 2 2/3, a little beyond his maybe norm, to shut down the Rays and help the White Sox to victory. We talked to Jesse Crane about his leadership role and his mindset in these final days of the season and into the playoffs. And this is an intense time, but Kenny Williams kind of players, grinders, love this stuff, and Jesse Crane's one of them. Jesse, just trying to get a handle on how if your approach changes at all with these games. Are all like virtual playoff games when you're out there preparing in the bullpen.
No, I keep it the same. I mean, it's the same game. You can't. I mean, obviously, it gets a little magnified a little more because it's come down to the end, but we played 156 games, 157 games, so you keep it the same, and, you keep your routines going. You don't try not to change too much. Don't put too much pressure, any more pressure than you already have on it, so that's the way I keep it. I just, keep it the same and go out there, and try to get outs no matter when it is.
I guess with hitters, it's avoiding swinging at balls, and with pitchers, it's avoiding walking anybody. Those become right in the forefront, right?
I mean, you do that every game. Every time you go out there to pitch, every time you hit. I mean, you try never to walk anybody. So, like I said, it doesn't matter what time of the season it is. Obviously, the media and the fans and everything get up more for, when it comes down to the end. But as a player, you try to keep things at the same level. You don't get too far up, too far down the whole time because, that's how you gotta be consistent in this game. Is just to keep everything on the same plane.
They say this is what people play for. To be alive in the final week. If you could contrast this feeling that you have now, as quiet as you might want to keep it, compared to maybe when a team's mathematically eliminated, how does it compare?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a lot more fun to actually be playing for something rather than just kind of finishing the season out. Last year at this time we're just kind of, we just had games we had to finish, so you don't kind of have that as much edge there. Here, obviously, we're trying to make the playoffs, so you have that extra drive to play well and work hard. So it's definitely a lot more fun to be a part of something, trying to accomplish something.
The group of players you represent, the bullpen, is probably the youngest set of people on the team, with a lot of people with their first go round. What do you and Matt do to try to keep those guys calm and on the even keel that you seem to be on?
Just mostly lead by example. Me and Matt don't, it's not like we're sitting in their ear talking to them and saying things. We kind of just go out and do our thing, and hopefully they can, they pay attention to see how we go about things, not getting, like I said, not getting too far up or too far down, and if you have a bad outing, forget about it and go to the next day. You can't carry those things over. So that's the biggest thing. If they come up and ask us something, we'll say things here and there to answer their questions, but for the most part, just kind of just lead by example.
Robin has changed a little bit about the way he does relief pitching now, and to be blunt, he seems to have a little quicker hook in the last month or so. But for your own point of view, a lot of relievers seem to like to start an inning, and it seems like a lot of times you come in and it's a bases loaded, 1 out, some really tough situation, and you got to do an escape act, and so often do. What is it that you bring to the table that allows you to come in and be relaxed in those tough spots?
Well, I think doing it before definitely helps out. I mean, being experienced and being a veteran guy who's been around for a while, and like I said, you don't get too far up, too far down, no matter what the situation is. You come in the middle of inning. I take pride coming in and trying to leave those guys on base. So if I come in with a couple guys on and 1 or no outs, I try to stay calm and just throw strikes, not to try to do too much. Hopefully the hitter's trying to do too much. The hitters want to get those guys in. They want to be the hero. So you try to just make good pitches and have those hitters get themselves out.
How important are the scouting reports in terms of showing tendencies of, where you can find that soft spot in their hitting zone?
I think it's more important for starters to get a game plan. As for relievers, most of the time you have a few good pitches that's where you throw, and you never want to go away from your strength. If your strength's throwing a slider and that guy's supposed to be good hitting sliders, well, if the slider's your pitch, you're going to throw that no matter what.
It's a matter of location then.
It's a matter of location and timing, but for the most part, and a lot of, like I said, being around, you face a lot of these hitters before, so you get an idea of what you've had success with them against and things like that. So I mean, it's good to know little things here and there, but for the most part, you go on past experiences and you stick with your strengths.
To wrap up, what is it about your club, despite its youth, where not a lot of expectations early, and here you are in the thick of it at the end? What makes you think that you'll be playing next week?
Well, from the very beginning, we all thought we had a good team. You know, whatever the expectations were. Losing 100 games, I thought that was just kind of a joke when I heard that. So, yeah, we had some young guys in there, but you know, Kenny Williams does a great job in bringing up young guys, and he knows who's ready and guys that fit in. So, you know, I think if we can make it to the playoffs, we have as good a chance as any team to go well. We've played against all the teams that are going to be in the playoffs. We played against really well, and you know, we're right up there with them. So if now it's just a point of trying to make it to that next step.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yep.
I eat on the pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time at Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine. You'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's. Come to my newest trivia site, Reggie's. They've got tons of music. They're 21st and State in the South Loop. My next trivia show, Monday, October 15th. Be there about 6:30. Great food and drink. It's a fun place. Get to Reggie's, 21st and State. I'll see you there. You got to get to the Dirty Sock for trivia on 93rd and Roberts Road. Benkowski Trivia, Wednesday, October 17th at 7:30 p.m., and on Halloween, October 31st, 7:30 p.m., I think we'll work it out. If you dress up a little bit, you'll get some bonus points. So get crazy on Halloween, and 2 weeks before, at the Dirty Sock, Benkowski Trivia, eat, drink, and play, 93rd and Roberts Road. They got it all going on. You'll have a good time. I'll see you there. Lindy's Chili, Gertie's Ice Cream at 110th and Kedzie has it all. From fresh-made burgers, fries, hot dogs, chicken, turkey, Polish, shrimp, tuna, barbecue, ham, tamales, quesadillas. They've got salads and plenty of ice cream with sundaes, banana splits, and seasonal favorites. Get all these things at Lindy's Chili, which is where I start, but I always get a little something extra, at 110th and Kedzie. Ed Farmer just told me to make sure to smile on camera, so I have to listen to the pride of St. Thomas More, circa 79th in California. We're back in the spotlight, and I don't know, it's fun to see the looseness amongst the media. They're certainly not playing in the games. But it is also fun to see the looseness in the locker room. I think last week I may have detailed how the players were playing Nerf football. Didn't see any of that on this day at the ballpark, but some fun conversation and a lot of teasing and some of the jabs and stuff you see throughout the earlier part of the year still happening. And a lot of fun goofing around. Like I said, everybody's still loose as the season squeezes down to its final moments. So certainly from a locker room point of view, the White Sox are not tense or tight. And the veteran players are doing a great job, as is Robin Ventura, of keeping them grounded and just going out and doing things. But a lot of tips of the cap to the Matt Thorntons, the Jesse Cranes, the AJs, the Canercos, the Euclises, who kind of talk to the young guys just enough. In fact, that is a subject that's come up a lot with Robin Ventura lately, and evidently we're just about out of questions to ask him. But the last few are going to be shown next. Here's Robin, patiently talking and answering some repeat questions. Chris Sale's name came up. You know, he's been a dynamic performer all season long. Was his achievement this year the biggest surprise of your pitching staff, and if not, who would be?
Well, I mean, we had a lot of guys that I would say a surprise would be Jose Quintana, because he wasn't on the roster. You were hoping to get Chris to do what he did. I mean, that's one of the reasons why you move him in to be a starter. As a surprise, you know, Jose Quintana is a surprise because he didn't make our team out of spring training and got called up for a spot start, and then ends up staying here the rest of the year.
What are you looking at for Cleveland series, or is that still?
That's still. We're going to get through the next couple days, and then we got a lot of choices. I know that.
When it comes down to Wednesday, would you not hesitate to use Sale if it's?
You would hesitate just because you got to see what he does today and how it goes. But the mentality of what I know of these guys is everybody will want to pitch, so I'll have plenty of choices.
Robin, this one season probably has seemed like 10 years at some juncture. Can you envision doing this for 20, 30 years like Walter Alston or Tommy Lasorda?
No. I can't. Those guys. I mean, those guys did it a long time, and I'm hoping to get through this one.
Dan was in kind of a similar situation last year with the Rays in a race that came down to the wire. Has he given you guys any insight as to what that's like? And
he promised a homer in the next couple of days to win a game, so I'm counting on that.
Does that help though, having a guy that's been through that experience?
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's one of those that he feels comfortable in those situations, so you don't hesitate in using him.
Jones and Addis and a couple of the other guys have said that the veteran bullpen guys have helped them prepare for this a month ago as far as, the mentality of what kind of race. Do you and your coaching staff do the same with the younger guys?
I mean, you can. It's always better coming from guys that are out there in the bullpen that actually do the same things you do. It's one thing to hear it from a coach, and, those are years and years ago. So they're getting it from guys that they see and practice it and then go back out and do it. So that carries a lot more weight than just, one of us talking about our glory days or something. So, we as coaches, you have patience with that, but it carries more weight when it comes from a player that they see and respect, and they go out and do it.
How about Young? Ask them to do things that you haven't asked them to do the first 5 months, like Jones back-to-back 2-inning plus. Is that tough on you to pull the trigger on something?
Yeah,
like that?
It is. I mean, you realize the situation you're in, and you're asking how they're feeling, but they're competitors and they want to pitch. So, today we're not going to use Jesse, but last night was one of those you asked him to do more than he's done all year long. So you make sure you take care of him today. But they all want to pitch. I mean, that's the great thing that I have is that they're ready to go back out.
How about young hitters? Are you inclined to talk to a young hitter? You're around the cage all the time. You're doing BP, and would you call a guy over and offer him a late season tip that benefited you?
I mean, we talk all the time. I mean, that's one of the things of being in the clubhouse and having the meetings that we have is you're able to talk to guys and just see what they're thinking and be able to maybe give a hint here or there or something that might help them out.
What's your take on the AL Central as a whole this year? Good, not so good, competitive? How would you?
It's competitive. I mean, there's some teams having good years in the other divisions, but whichever team gets in, it's not going to be a cakewalk for anybody else.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.